Money Makes Money. This is Financial Literacy 101, the new channel name. I've been promoting it. I've been saying it to people for the last couple of videos because quite frankly, I like it, but that doesn't mean I'm going to stick with it. If you have a different name that you think fits the channel better than that, please leave it in the comments below. And guess what? It's not that you're going to win anything. I'm just going to send you some used camera equipment. You'll get some light stands. You may or may not get a book bag. I really don't know. I'm going to give a lot of stuff away, right? And you may or may not use it. You may be an aspiring artist. You may be an aspiring YouTuber or video maker or even a filmmaker or photographer. Nonetheless, you'll find a use for it. I'm going to upgrade my equipment here. I'm going to get some bigger lights, and that's pretty much why I'm giving it away. You might need a second job to pay off your debt. You might need a second job. Have I ever had 2 jobs before? Yes, I have. And it absolutely it sucks. It absolutely sucks. You have no time for yourself. You have no time for your kids. You have no time for your friends. And if you have a significant other, guess what? You don't have time for them. But you may have to work hard. You may have to struggle. You may have to lose sleep. You may have to be malnourished. Your life will be unbalanced for a while. But why should you get a second job? Debt. Because, debt is that person holding you back. It is. Because you owe somebody. And you know my theory on debt, right? Here's my theory on debt. Some of you are like, oh, well, I ain't going to pay that money. Nah, they're going to just stay there. They're going to call me and be mean to me. You borrowed the money. Okay? Because if you borrow the money from Junebug don't play games. Junebug gonna knock on your door with his 4-5 and be like, hey, where my money at? So, in that respect, it ain't Junebug. Junebug ain't knocking at your door with the 4-5. So what do? What do? You call these people, you go to one of these banks and you ask for this money. You fill out a form, they say, yes, we can give you the $5,000 at 35% interest, which is absolutely ludicrous. But nonetheless, you take that $5,000 because you think you need that $5,000. And what do you do with that $5,000? You go out and you buy a living room set. You go out, you buy a bedroom set. You go out and buy the used and abused automobile. But now you're working at your job and you have all these other bills, right? Don't forget that you owe the bank $5,000 at 35%. And now you're paying the bank, $250 a month, but now you want to take a trip. Now you want to do this. Now you're robbing Peter to pay Paul, right? Because essentially, you're like, that's not June, bud. I need to pay him right now. Hey, listen, I know I owe you guys. I'm going to pay you next month. And then eventually, after 30 days late, 60 days late, 90 days late, they sell your account. So the collection company's like, yeah, we'll take it. We'll get that money. Here you go, bank. We'll pay you that money. And the bank is like, we just want any money for the money we loaned out. So then the collection companies call you. Oh, yeah. I remember back in the day, in the late 90s and the early 2000s, they used to call me and they're like, hey, you owe us money. I said, well, let me know when I get the money so I can pay you the money. But other than that, I don't have the money. I used to be ignorant. I used to be stupid. I used to be like, now they were harassing me, but at the same time, I owe them money, right? They're like, hey, you need to pay this money or your credit's going to be jacked up. I'm like, man, who are you talking to? Who are you talking? You going to jump through this phone and get this money? Well, come get this money then. Come get this money. I'm acting all bad and real. And all the time they laughing like, dude, your credit's going to be jacked up. Anytime you make any moves in life that you're going to need extra money for, like getting a house or buying a car or renting an apartment, guess what? You're going to be handcuffed because you did not fulfill your obligation. Okay? No one made you go into the bank. No one made you go into the loan officer and say, you will, at gunpoint, you will take out this loan at 35% for $5,000 and be paying $300 for the next 10 years. No one did that. No one did that. So you might have to work hard. You might have to sacrifice. You may have to have your life turned upside down to get that second job. Because with your current income, you know you can't do it. You're already living at the end of your paycheck. Okay? You're living paycheck to paycheck, and most times you're living at the end of your paycheck. That means that you have more month at the end than you have for your paycheck, right? So there's more time in a month than your money can cover. Let me say it again. There's more time in a month than your money can cover. You're hurting on groceries. You're hurting on gas. You're barely paying your rent or your mortgage. You're barely paying, if you're paying your insurance for your house and your car. You may need a second job. It doesn't have to be forever. Maybe it's 3 months to pay off that debt. Maybe it's 6 months, maybe a year, maybe it's a 2 year. Give it a go, but just understand that second job is not your fun money. It's not your vacation money. It's your debt money. It's to pay off your debt so you can be in a better position anywhere from 1 to 5 years, depending on where your credit is at, depending on where your finances at. And granted, it don't have to be full-time, right? Because most full-time jobs are anywhere from 8 to 10 hours. There's only 24 hours in a day. So maybe you want a full-time job and a part-time job. Okay? Maybe one job is off on the weekends. Maybe you have to work the weekend. Okay? Maybe you can tell somebody, say, you know what? I can work 10 hours on Saturday and Sunday. Yeah! Because think about it. If you work 10 hours, think about this. If you work 10 hours on Saturday and Sunday, you're already at 20 hours. That's part-time. Okay? That's part-time. So you're getting half of what a full paycheck would be for that particular organization. So you take all of that money and you pay off your debt. Hey, I'm not telling you go out and get a second job. I'm just simply saying you may need a second job to pay off that debt. And some of you love your free time. Some of you love your television shows. Some of you love to go hike and go out riding your bikes and your motorcycles and going to the bar and go out to eateries and buffets and go out to plays and shows. All of that may have to end for a while until you pay off this debt, because it don't have to be Junebug knocking at your door with a 4-5 telling you pay your money, I'm going to kill you. These credit card companies, these banks, these loan officers, they're going to kill you slowly. And it's going to stay on your credit. They're going to keep selling your account, selling your account, selling your account. Then there's a time where you're going to ignore it. Think it's going to fall off. They say, oh, after 7 years it falls off. No, it doesn't. What they do is they wait 5 or 6 years and they say, you know what, they're not going to pay it. They sell the account to somebody else, to another collection agency, to get a little bit of money. And then that's how, you ever had a time where you had some in collections? Only reason why I know, because I've been through this, right? I'm always giving you information that I've been through. But now I'm in a good space. I'm really in a good space. But nonetheless, your account went into collections. And then they started calling you, sir, you want to pay up a payment plan? I can't pay a payment plan. I am living paycheck to paycheck. So I say, you know what? It's going to handle itself, because I remember reading something that after 7 years it's going to fall off. I don't really need any extra credit or loan right now. 6 years roll around. I try to apply for credit. Sir, your credit score is 600. Whoa, 600? How is it 600? Well, you had this debt. Yeah, this credit card company sold it to this credit card company, or this collection agencies rather. This collection agency sold it to this collection agency. They can do that? Well, technically, sir, when they sell the account, it's a new account on your credit. They know what they're doing to keep your butt in debt. That's how, I'm not going to get into the whole conversation. That's how America is the richest country, because we literally feed off of each other's debt, right? We feed off each other's subscription services, right? Subscription services. And I'm inside of that loop. I'm in the Netflix loop, because sometimes I cut off Netflix and I turn it back on. Sometimes I cut on YouTube TV and I cut it back off. But nonetheless, guys, I don't want to ramble. I simply want to tell you this. You may need a second job to pay off your debt. And you have a large, substantial amount of debt, I believe that is a good idea, because that extra money, let me take that back. Ain't no such thing as no extra money. That money that you made from your second job will help you to pay off that debt twice as fast, if not 3 times as fast. You might have to struggle to eventually be at the light at the end of the tunnel. This is Financial Literacy 101, Ross World. My money makes money. Let me know what you think, guys. Leave your comments in the section below. Give this video a thumbs up, share it, and subscribe. I'm out.